the property market, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that, what's going on at the moment. So, here we go. I can see myself. And welcome to our page. George Mikowski. Now, I'm trying out this new app where it follows your face. So it should be interesting. So, what's happening in the property market at the moment? You know, there's a lot of people talk about doom and gloom. Interest rates are low. Everyone's talking about economic slowdown and things like that. Let me give you a take on that, because it's very, very important. Because when investing in property, you've got to be very careful and you've got to keep your eyes open. You know, there's so much going on at the moment about, you know, Australia banning cash and negative interest rates and things like that. So what's the real deal? What's really going on? Let me explain. The economy at the moment is the best it's ever been. And I'll explain why. See, back in the 1900s, what used to happen, 98% of people used to work in actually food production. And the Industrial Revolution came along and people started moving to factories and we started automating food production, things like that. And a lot of people were saying, oh no, you know, the economy is going to go down because of technology taking over people's jobs. Because, you know, a tractor could do 10 people's jobs and things like that. Now, you know, I've had it up to here with people think technology is going to make us poorer. That is just stupid and ignorant. It is. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but seriously, think about it. Our economy grew 1,000 times over the last 100 years because of technology. If we were still out there digging holes and making food, it wouldn't have been able to grow that much. We're very fortunate because now people can do what they want to do and everything else like that. It's not like back in the old days where your father was a blacksmith, you were a blacksmith, or, you know, most people's job digging holes and planting crops and working long hours and doing hard work. And, you know, people had to save everything. Everything was scarce. You know, people had to save up for a long time and use the same cup, and you didn't want to break it because you couldn't afford to replace it. And now everything's become cheaper. I mean, think about it. Everything is dirt cheap at the moment. So I remember when I was in high school, we had a door-to-door salesperson knock on our door. And what happened was, look at the view out there. Actually, doesn't look too bad, even though it's very cloudy. Beautiful, misty sort of blue, isn't it? It's fantastic. You know, I love living on the beach, and that was one of the things that really pushed me to invest in property. Because for me, for some reason, I've always wanted to live on the beach. I love living on the beach, and you know, very fortunate that there's no road in front of me. There's just sand dunes and straight to the beach here, and I'm only 10 minutes out of town. The thing is, to get here wasn't easy, but it was certainly worthwhile. And most things in life are hard to get to. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this doom and gloom and what's going on there. So, people saying the economy is going to go down. They're just scaremongers, and I think part of the reason they're saying it is because they haven't got any money, they haven't got any investments, and they secretly want the economy to go down. You know what I mean? But there's nothing further from the truth. The exact opposite is happening, right? So don't believe all that shit out there at all. I've been investing in 20 years, and over the last 20 years, every time I've invested in property, people have been saying, oh no, property's going to go down, and this is happening, that's happening. You know, I remember when I first started investing in the 90s, right? We had record unemployment, right? We had 11.2% unemployment. Now, that's double what it is now. But property still went up, you know what I mean? Then you had the GFC, but property still went up. It doesn't matter. And the fact of it is, property is going to go up. It's going to go up. The best time to buy property was 20 years ago, but I really think the second best time is right now as we speak. There's a once-in-a-generation opportunity at the moment to invest in property. It's very, very exciting. And you don't want to invest your money in gold or Bitcoin like that. Property is where it's at. And seriously, if you're not making money out of property, you're seriously missing out. And I don't want to give you the FOMO, but it's true. And what I'm doing this September the 4th in Adelaide, I'm actually doing a workshop. And I'm going to be presenting live and sharing my 20 years experience. And I'm going to be showing you exactly where to find property, how to find it, how to do demand ratio, and exactly how to find high growth property for $30 a week. And I'm very excited about this because what's happening is I'm flying to the UK, I'm going to England the week after, and I'm going to be gone for quite a few weeks, and I may not get another chance to do another workshop this year, probably my last one for the year. Well, it is the last one before it goes anyway. So if you're in the market to buy property, or if you've got a property investment, or you haven't got it, you want one, and you're in Adelaide, even if you're not in Adelaide, it's worth flying down. I've had people fly down around the country to come and see me. I suggest you come along. I've still got a handful of tickets left. Tickets are $97. I've got a handful of free tickets for our members in the club, our Positive Property Club here. And I'm thinking about changing our name to Property Secrets because I think it's a shorter name and it's more succinct and talks about what we really want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link under here for you if you want to join us here at the workshop. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've only got room for 75 people, and that's it. Once we get 75 people, so we're going to close registration, close the doors, and that's it. And 75 people is not a lot. If you've been to my workshops before, you know they fill up very fast, and tickets sell really quickly because they're in demand, because a lot of people want to get involved in property. And the main reason I want to get involved in property is a lot of people that join our program, we've got people that are FIFO workers, FIFO workers love our program, and the reason being is, you know, work hard, they pay a lot of tax, and we help them convert tax into property. But not only that, we've got a lot of trades and truck drivers and people like that, and engineers especially, and people like that. So if you pay YE, you've got a job or you run your own business, if you're paying tax and you've got an income, this program is going to work really well for you. If you haven't got a job, you shouldn't be coming to this program because it's not going to work, because it's not really guided to people like you. If you want to get rich quick, there's not for you either, because property time takes a lot of effort. It took me a long time. And when I first started in property, I was losing money every week because I didn't know what I was doing. And literally now, I can help people buy property for $20 a week. I recently had one client in Melbourne. He actually got a property that's going to make him $53 a week. It's a high growth area, beautiful area, halfway between the city in a high growth area, and it's fantastic. So it's pretty exciting when you get to do things like that. So that's pretty cool. And you know, when I retired with 10 properties, making $180,000 a year, and which is pretty good. And for me, that was enough at the time. And 180 grand is pretty good for me. But these days, I probably need to make more money because I've got a big appetite for spending. And I mean, you know, just flying to the UK after the workshop, because I must say, one thing I don't like travel overseas is flying economy. So I avoid economy as I can. I'll normally try to business or first class. Unfortunately, they charge so much money for business first class. And look, I mean, I like the comfort. Hey, look at this, it's following me. Great. I like the comfort of business class or first class. But also, you know, I quite like it. It's funny, they sit you up the front there, and what they do is they give you champagne and they parade all the economy to go past you. And part of it is a little bit special and a little bit privileged. The other part feels like a bit of a dick because you feel sorry for the other guy. You wish everyone could go into business with you, you know what I mean? Because, you know, going such a long trip to the UK economy would really suck. You know what I mean? I've done it. I've done it before, you know, but business is more fun. You know, people say money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a lot of good stuff. And I think that one of the most important things that money can get you more meaning in your life, and that's one thing money can get you. And I really think that meaning is more important than happiness anyway. You know what I mean? Because if you're a happy person and you've got more money, you're going to be happier. But you're still going to be happy with no money if you're happy. And if you're a sad person, you've got more money, you're still sad. It's not going to change your happiness level. That's the fact of it. But the studies show that after $75,000 a year, that's where your happiness goes up, and then suddenly it stops. However, the other study shows that once you've got more money, you've got meaning. And more meaning is pretty important because happiness is not really a constant state anyway. Like, how can you be happy for? You know, you can be happy for a little bit, and then you've got to go back to normal again, right? So really, at the end of the day, I think having meaning in your life is more important. And what do I mean by that? Well, when I retired at 37, I retired with $180,000 a year. And I used to work 90 hours a week. So I worked really hard and it sucked. So having free time for me was amazing. So what I did is I got some money in an offset account, bought a convertible Porsche, nice 911 Carrera, got a house beach, right in the beachfront, got a spa bar for the front, I was single at the time, had a lot of fun and it was great. Now, did I enjoy it? I had a lot of fun. It was great. But what happened after a while, I got a bit lonely, a little bit bored and lacked a bit of meaning. And what I mean by that is I didn't have anything to do. You know what I mean? When you're making money for doing nothing, passive income, you might think that's want. And yes, it's a great thing and I'm not saying I don't want it. However, there's more life than just making money. But until you make money, you don't realise. So I understand. But once you're making all this money, then you need to actually have something to do and have a purpose. And you need to challenge yourself in life and do something difficult, because it's when we do something difficult, we get a lot of meaning and a lot of reward in life. It's not by doing easy stuff. So that's why I started Positive Property, because I knew it was going to be a challenge. It was something I love, because I love property. And frankly, before that, I used to run a marketing company. I used to help motor dealers sell lots of cars in the weekends, and there was no satisfaction in it. I'd get them a great result. Do you think they cared or they were grateful? No, they weren't. And I didn't like it. It wasn't fulfilling at all. It was shit, actually. All it was getting me money. At first, I enjoyed it, but after a while, I got bored. So I gave this away to my business partner, and she runs Belinda Flowery. So then what happened was, after I retired and I had nothing to do, I ended up doing cool shit and meeting people like Richard Branson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and going to these fancy cocktails, because when you've got money and time, you can do that. And I had a dinner with Tim Ferriss, author of the 4-Hour Work. He's also got a Tim Ferriss show. He's really famous. At that time, he wasn't as famous. And I was having dinner with Tim Ferriss. And funny enough, when I first met him, he was quite shy, but we had a glass of wine and got to know each other. And we spoke about the 4-hour work week. I was explaining to him that I don't even work 4 hours, and he explained to me I got it wrong. And what I from that meeting was, he said, look, if you love it, the world needs it, you get paid for it, and you're great at it, then that's your purpose. And I pretty soon realised, look at these little flowers from Christina. Will it follow me down? Nope, only that way. Oh well, here we go. I bought this to my wife the other day to make her feel better, because she wasn't feeling that well. Anyway, so I found that my purpose was property and teaching people how to invest in property. And what I love about this more than anything is when people become successful in property, they really appreciate you. And I love it that our members love what we do for them, and it's life-changing. I've seen people change their whole life because of this, not just money-wise, the rest of their lives as well. I mean, we've got one member who's a truck driver, and right, he's a little bit overweight, didn't have a lot of evidence, and he started our program with zero. Now he's got nearly $1 million worth of property, 80,000 in his offset account, and he's made a lot of property. He's done very, very well. And one, he's fitter, he looks better, he's got a better tan, better job, he's happier, he's a completely different person. And he's very great. He's an awesome guy. He's great. And I know a lot of our members, and really good, genuine people. And part of the reason we've got such good members is because we've got a real clear policy, the no dickheads allowed policy. So we only accept people that have got the right attitude and that we're going to have fun, because I don't need to work. I'm doing this purpose and meaning in my life. So if you're not the right, I'm sorry to be rude, but you just can't join our program, because I only want to help positive people that we're going to have fun with, and people that are going to appreciate it, you know what I mean? So anyway, cut a long story short, I've got to get going because my batteries go. So I'm going to put a link to our workshop for September. If you're looking at property, if you're not making big money out of property, or you wanted to think about it or find out more about it, strongly suggest you come along to this workshop, because I may not be doing another one for a while, and we've only got 70 seats, so we haven't got a lot. I've still got a handful of tickets that are going to be free, so come along, click the link. But otherwise, enjoy your week. Thanks for spending this time with me. I really enjoy it. And I'm starting to learn this new app. It's pretty cool. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.